So let's talk about tools. Now, if you want to become a more efficient editor, you have to master the toolbar, or at least know what tools are. They're basically just editing techniques that help you edit faster. And they're generally the same across the higher end softwares like Avid or Final Cut, but they're there just to mainly help you save time. So speaking of saving time, let's get right into it. So, I'm Chris. Edit with me. There are several tools in Premiere Pro, and they are as follows: the Select, Track Select, Ripple Edit, Rolling Edit, Rate Stretch, Razor, Slip Tool, Slide Tool, Pen Tool, Hand Tool, and Zoom. Now trust me, I know that's a lot. It took me forever to get all that correct, but Papa's going to take it one at a time, starting with the Select tool. Now with the Select tool, you select things. You can select this clip, or you can select that clip. And if you hold Alt or Option Select, you can solo select a track if it's linked to another one. And if you click and drag across multiple clips, you select them all. Just good old selecting. But what's this? If you hover over the edge of a clip, your select tool turns into this red trim icon. This allows you to adjust the length of a clip simply by clicking and dragging. You can drag left to shorten the clip or drag right to lengthen it. And that's basically the select tool. It's just your bread and butter. It's your cursor. It's what you use to click and select and click and select. Moving on to the Track Select tool, shortcut A. Now this tool is really useful for those rather long projects. So say you have a ton of clips in your timeline and you want to simultaneously move them all. The long way to do it is to either hold Shift and click every single clip in the timeline that you want to move, or click and drag to select all the clips that you want to move. But with the Track Select tool, you save time. All you do is press the shortcut A and click on the first clip in the series that you want to select. So say I want to select everything from this clip on to the right. Then all I have to do is use the Track Select tool and click on that clip, and everything gets highlighted after. But say I want to select, say, everything to the left of that clip. Then I hold Shift and then click A, and then the arrow switches around, and when I click on that clip, everything to the left of it gets selected. But say I want to select just this audio right here and not everything above it. So if I hold Shift with the Track Select tool, the two arrows become one, and it basically solo selects the entire track. So everything on that one track gets selected, rather than everything else. Next is the Ripple Edit tool, and the shortcut for this is B. This tool allows you to trim a clip and simultaneously collapse the gap that trimming a clip would normally leave behind. For instance, here's the long way to trim a clip. You hover over the edge of the clip, then you drag it to the desired length, and then either close this gap by dragging the following clip, or clicking the blank space in between and pressing backspace or delete. Now here's the fast way to do it with the Ripple Edit tool. Just press B to bring up the tool, and then hover over the edge so that you get this yellow icon, and then click and drag to the desired length, and then the following clip automatically falls behind it. And same goes for any preceding clip. It would do the exact same. Bonus tip, if you hold Control or Command while on the selection tool and hover over the edge of a clip, the cursor turns into the yellow Ripple Edit tool, and you can make ripple edits without even selecting the Ripple Edit tool. And when you're done, your cursor automatically goes back to the selection tool. Moving on to another trim tool, the Rolling Edit tool, and the shortcut for this one is N. With this tool selected, you can shorten or lengthen a clip while inversely affecting the clip adjacent to it. If you click and drag on the cut between two clips, you'll see what I mean. You basically just move the edit point between the two clips. This is useful for fine-tuning cuts, and I always use it when I cut on action, but I need to slightly adjust the edit point. Next on our list is the Rate Stretch tool, and the shortcut for this is R. And this is a really good tool for quickly speeding up or slowing down a clip. With this tool selected, click and drag on the edge of a clip, and reducing the clip will speed it up, and expanding the clip will slow it down. Now keep in mind, this will only affect the speed of the clip, not the in and out points. Those stay the same. And I find this very useful for editing montages or music videos, or anytime I want to cut on a beat. If the action doesn't quite match the beat and rhythm of a song, I can speed it up or slow it down so that it perfectly matches the cadence. Now we're on the Razor tool, and the shortcut for this is C for cut. Because that's exactly what you do with this tool. You make cuts. So with this tool selected, if you click on any single clip, it'll make a cut and turn that clip into two. Holding Shift while using this tool will make a cut in every single track wherever you click. I always use this tool whenever I want to apply an effect to one part of a clip but not another, or just for dramatic push-ins. I did it. Up next on this never-ending list is the slip tool, and the shortcut for this is Y, as in why are there so many damn tools in Premiere? Using the slip tool lets you change the in and out points of a clip while keeping the duration of the clip the same. With this tool selected, simply click and drag. Dragging left will make the clip start sooner in the original shot, and dragging right will make the clip start later in the original shot. And you can see in the program monitor the new in and out points that will be set when you let go. This is another tool I find really useful for those tiny micro adjustments when I need to perfectly cut on action. Moving on to the slide tool, and the shortcut for this is U. The slide tool lets you slide a selected clip in between two adjacent clips while adjusting the out point of the preceding clip and the in point of the following clip. The in and out points of the clip that you're sliding stays the same. Now I know this sounds confusing, but bear with me, I'm going to break it down for you. So I'm going to press U to bring up the slide tool and click and drag this middle clip right here. And when I do that, you can see as I drag left, the clip before it shortens and the clip after it extends. And vice versa if I drag it the opposite way. And you can see in the program monitor where the new out point of the preceding clip will be and where the new in point of the following clip will be. I hope this makes sense now. If not, give it a whirl yourself and you'll see what I mean. Now moving on to the pen tool, and this is a tool I use a lot. It's great for setting keyframes, which are basically the start and stop points of an animation. So with the pen tool, you can click wherever along these white lines to set a keyframe. So say I want to fade to black, I'll put a keyframe right here, and I'll put a keyframe right here, and then drag the second keyframe all the way down because this band represents the opacity of the clip. Now if I press spacebar, you'll see that it fades slowly to black. I use this all the time for adjusting audio as well, like making the track louder when someone's speaking or quieter when there's a lot of noise. And if you hold Control or Command while hovering over a keyframe, it turns the cursor into this little upside down V thing. And if you click on the keyframe, it turns it into what's called a Bezier curve. And these add a gradual ramp to the keyframe. So instead of the animation abruptly starting and stopping, it gradually speeds up and slows down. Another interesting thing you can do with this pen tool is actually draw shapes on your video. Whatever you want to use that for. And if you click and hold on the pen tool in the toolbar, you'll see that there's a rectangle tool and an ellipse tool, and these basically do the same thing. You can just draw a bunch of shapes till your heart's desire. I never use this. Next is the hand tool, and the shortcut for this is H. Other than fondling your clips, you can navigate your timeline with this, or you can navigate your program monitor if your video is zoomed in. That's basically it. It's pretty straightforward. You just move around and touch things with it. Second to last tool is the zoom tool, and the shortcut for this is Z. If you're breathing and have a pulse, you can probably conclude that this tool is used for zooming in and out. You just left click to zoom in, and then hold Alt or Option and click to zoom out. I hardly ever use this tool because holding Alt or Option and using the scroll wheel is just as effective. Finally, the last tool on our list is the type tool, and the shortcut for this is T. So with the type tool selected, you can click anywhere on the program monitor and type whatever you want. And that's basically the type tool. If you click and hold on the type tool in the toolbar, you'll see that there's a vertical type tool. And as you guessed, it just vertically types for you. And after you type something in the program monitor, an actual video layer will appear, and you can treat this like any other clip. You can shorten it or lengthen it, you can change the opacity. And if you want to change the font or color of this text, all you have to do is go over to the Effects Controls panel, and then right here where it says text, you just press the drop-down arrow, and now you have all your parameters to change the color or the font. So that's finally it. All the tools in Premiere Pro and how to use them. If you learned something, cool. If you didn't, stick around until my next video and maybe you'll learn something then. But there's only one way to find out: when my next video goes live. If there's something specific you want to learn, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely read it, considering I have such a small channel. But without further ado, bye. the select, track select, ripple edit, rolling edit. The select, track select, ripple edit, rolling edit, rate stretch, razor, slip tool, slide tool, pen tool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide tool, pen tool, hand tomb, and hand tomb.